Welcome back to Roscoe's World Radio. Today we're going to be talking about the Old Western gambling games. If poker was the most famous Old West card game, then Faro was the most dominant. Known as the king of all games, it was the most widespread, popular gambling game from the 1850s to the 1900s. Fortunes were won and lost on its simple yet decisive turns. Faro's popularity came from its fast-paced, simple rules and the fact that it offered players seemingly good chances of winning. Unlike poker, it didn't require much skill or a poker face, making it accessible to anyone with a few dollars to wager. The name itself is a mystery, with some speculating it came from the popular card at the time featuring a picture of a pharaoh. Faro was played on a table with a special layout of single-suited cards, typically spades from ace to king. Players placed their bets on these cards. The dealer would take two cards from the deck. The first card, called the soda, was the losing card, and the second was the winning card. The phrase "buck the tiger" was a common term playing Faro, as the game was notoriously rigged. While the house's edge was small on paper, the temptation to cheat was too great for many saloon keepers. The most common way to cheat was with a rigged dealing box. These boxes often had tiny hidden levers or wires that the dealer could use to manipulate the order of the cards, ensuring a loss for the player who was winning too much. Many famous Old West figures were Faro players or dealers. Wyatt Earp, for example, dealt Faro in Tombstone. Doc Holliday, the legendary gunslinger, was also a Faro player. He was known to have won and lost small fortunes at the table. Faro's decline was due to the widespread cheating, the rise of poker, and the crackdown of gambling in many Western towns. As the West became more civilized, the game's reputation for being rigged sealed its fate. Many common phrases we use today originated from the game of Faro. The most famous is "to cash in your chips," which literally meant to leave the Faro table, and the red eye, referring to the ace of hearts, the only red suited ace in the Faro deck. The game was so complex and so prone to cheating that the professional case keeper was often hired by a player or group of players. Case keeper's job was to use a small tally board called the case box, track every card as it was dealt from the deck, ensuring the dealer wasn't using a rigged deck or manipulating the order. Players didn't just place a chip on a card, they used a system of splits, corners, and lines, just like they do in the game of roulette. Cheating was so rampant that even some professional gamblers and saloon owners came to hate the game. They felt it gave the West a bad name and that the simple, unsophisticated cheating tactics were beneath them. This in part led to the rise of more fair games like poker. Faro, the game that once reigned supreme, remains a fascinating symbol of the Old West's unique blend of chance, skill, and a good deal of risk. That's all for now. Thanks for listening to Roscoe's World Radio. I will see you in the next one.